All right, we're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're ready. It's St. Patrick's Day. And my hat is fighting me, and it doesn't want to do right because it wants to do wee haw yeah, and then it wants to do that, and I don't know if I like that either. It's driving me bonkers. But hey, it's St. Patrick's Day, everybody. We are here to do our thing and play some StarRupture KC. How is everybody doing? Okay, shoot, what the hell were we doing? Because guess what? I didn't take no notes. And what was I doing on Saturday? Shit, I don't know. Because I can never keep any notes on anything straight. Holy shit. This, I'm alive and kicking, so I'm not complaining. Okay, we're still trying to do electromagnetic coils, and I think we have to do electromagnets. I don't know. Let's go look at the recipes. Nope, we need electromagnetic coils to make electromagnetic magnets. So we're still digging on the whole electromagnetic coil, which, if I'm not mistaken, we had to make the super magnets in the furnaces, and that's what we finished doing just recently. And now we got to do the electromagnetic coils, which are here, and these are done in the mega presses. Okay, just started a new Skyrim game for the first time in forever. Oh my lord. I'm going to be honest, I have looked at it a couple of times. I have. I've been like, I kind of want to go back and do that. And then the other part of me is like, no. Nope, I'm not going to go back and do that. Because the second I go back and do that, that starts a whole new just bag of shit is what that's going to do. And so we're not doing that. Nope. I know, to be honest, there is actually quite a few people that would really like it if I did. There are several people that have asked, do I play Skyrim or have I played Skyrim? And that's why it's been tempting. That's why it's been in my head. It's just, unfortunately, I don't want to. Because I know what Skyrim is. You go back into freaking Skyrim, and that's a whole world that you get sucked into. And now I was looking at it the other day, and when I looked at it the other day, the amount of DLC and shit that they have for that game is freaking enormous. And that is dangerous for me, because that means, like, I already know that even if I didn't do anything, like, literally, like, if I didn't, okay, did we not ever get any sulfuric acid sent this way? That even if I didn't do anything but the base game itself is at least 50 hours. Even if you don't do, like, you just follow the story and shit, the story itself is like 30 hours. And then you add in me being me, I'm going to run around and do some of the extra shit. And so I'm going to end up with at least 50 hours to finish the main game. And if you add in any of the additional content to that game, 200-300 hours. I'll play that game for the next year. I can't do that. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't. I can't. Okay, so we're not getting any sulfuric acid, and the piece for the sulfuric acid that we were having problems with was getting the extra um, chemicals, right? Because we needed more chemicals. And then so over here, a little ways over here, we did a base where we're making a bunch more chemicals, right? I think so. I think so. I think so. Yeah, because we built this whole thing over here just to make chemicals. And then we shipped some of those chemicals over here so that we can make the super magnet. But now we have to ship some of this stuff over to one of the other bases. See, there's my problem. I'm almost to the verge of thinking this place can't handle it. I know this whole place can handle the helium needs, but I'm bringing in I'm bringing in the synthetic silicon and the wolfram powder. And so, because I'm bringing in that extra stuff, at the current level, it's maintaining. And at the current level, this is maintaining. Man. I'm starting to think we still aren't going to have enough chemicals. I need to take some of these chemicals, though. I'm fairly certain I got to ship some of these chemicals off. It's producing 2 every 2 seconds. It's not building up anything. This one here just keeps cranking them out because anything extra is getting sent over to these here, and anything that's needed gets prioritized down this direction. So when this is all filled up, then these will fill up. And these are doing their thing. Oh my goodness. At some point in time, there's got to be a limit, though. I mean, we are building. Right now, we're building up. We're building up a bunch simply because we're not using it because we don't have the right stuff in the right place. But I know it's going to be bad. Let's go over there and look. We got to go look. And if some of you are thinking I am culturally insensitive, you can kiss my ass. Because I'm Scottish and the Irish stole the kilt from us. So I'm taking a green beard and a hat from them. Jack Ripper. This game is called StarRupture. All one word. It is a fantastical exploration survival factory builder game. Because you have your own health and your own health bars and that kind of stuff that you have to deal with, and you have your own. So you do have some survival elements there that you have to deal with, and then you have. Okay, we're gonna have to put this. Why is this collide with another building? Let's put this down here. But at the same time, you got to build stuff too. So you kind of got a little bit of both. worlds in it. Exploration is mandatory in this game, so you do have to explore, unlike some other games of the type or genre. I don't know where to put this, but it is a freaking awesome game. I've got it. It's in early access, so not all the features are there. But I'll tell you right now, if you got this game and you did not know that, you would almost believe that this is actually a completed game. That's how good that they have done when it's come to this game and putting it together and doing everything that they've done with it. Just for the early access release, they absolutely freaking knocked it out of the park when it comes to that. Now, does that say there's not problems? No, there are problems. There's some crap we are seriously needing to get fixed. However, when it comes to some games, this sucker is freaking crushing it in the whole concept of really how I think an early access game should go. I mean, it gives you a freaking awesome opportunity to see the functionality of the game, gives you a great opportunity to put, hundreds of hours into this game. And that's what you want to get the good idea of what's working, what's not working, what's the best piece to make it work. And these guys did it. These Creepy Jar, they really did it when it comes to making a great game. StarRupture is everything that literally I wish Satisfactory would have been. Not to say that Satisfactory is not a great game, because it is. It's a fantastic game. I always felt that there was a couple of things missing in that game that I wanted to be in there, and this game gives it to me, which is the part that makes me excited about it. Now, that being said, Creepy Jar's communication about the update and what they're going to fix and what quality of life items are going to be taken care of, what bugs are going to be fixed, things like that. They are seriously lacking in that area. So nobody really knows what the hell is on the horizon. Know some stuff, though. Safirio, dude, you need to get on your Discord. There's a whole conversation going on 2 days now without your input. Get on your Discord. It's what you didn't do. You need to put your 2 cents in, sir. We need 2 cents. You need your 2 cents for Saturday. I know. It's so horrible. You'll be all right. All right, now we need to take this, probably this one here, and we need to send this to Chemhelium? Probably. Alrighty. Okay, let's go back over here. We're gonna see if we've got enough chemical. I'm telling you, if we don't, oh, Juliet. Cross our fingers, we got enough. Oh my goodness. So my whole being retired now and 100% with the VA and that kind of deal like that. It's been quite actually entertaining when I take my wife Christy with me to any of that kind of stuff. Because she wasn't with me when I was in the military, so she doesn't know the government bullshit that you end up having to go through um, while you're in. And she's been going with me to a couple of different appointments and stuff here and there and whatnot. Uh, and I'm freaking. I'm finding it mildly entertaining in the fact that she is just now starting to understand how maddening, maddening, how insane it is to deal with government entities. These people are the dumbest. You never get a straight answer. You get tossed all over the freaking place, and you pretty much end up giving up before you get anything done. And she's starting to see that now, which is slightly both frustrating and humorous. Okay, we have got to bring more. We need more. More chemicals. How do we get more chemicals? I don't know how we're going to get more chemicals. We're going to have to figure this out because chemicals are killing us. Let's go back to the main base real quick. Let's go find ourselves some bullets. Just a couple bullets. Nope, we're going to have to make some more bullets. Let's go ahead and get some more. And then we need powder. I don't know why I'm running that way, because I have a base over there. And I should go to it. Wrong base. That's why I just run. That's why I just run. There we go. There we go. Where is my Mountain Dew? We're drinking the green. We're wearing the green. We have green lights. We are green. Super green. We all hopped up on Mountain Dew and ding dongs. Go over here and get some powder. Take some powder from there. Oh my goodness. Ooh, get under there. Get under there. We should try. Let's make some bullets. The standard type. Max. See what that gives me. Max. There we go. We'll put the rest in here. With the rest of where I built a whole bunch previously. Alrighty then. Put that in there. Okay, we probably should go over first, and let's go look at our synthetic silicon base and see if it's hanging with what we have told that we need. because we may have to work all the way back the logistics chain to make sure that we're producing enough, hell, of just synthetic silicon to handle the load. Now, I am pumping out 600 synthetic silicon at a time, and we are at 99 right here, so we're doesn't even look like we're using, I mean, we're using some of it, but it's building up here, which means this is full, which means those are pretty full. So that's not a, and we're shipping these to the new chemical plant, both of these. So that's keeping that packed up. So we have synthetic silicon that we can deal with right here. Now, chemicals take the synthetic silicon, the helium, and wolfram powder. What do we think we can get away with doing? What do we think we can get away with doing? Because we are bringing in helium right there. Do we have any other helium down in this area? No. I'm fairly certain I'm using this, and I know I'm using this and this. Cool, cool. Thanks for taking a look at it. I didn't necessarily mean you had to do it just like this second, but I just wanted you to put eyes on it. Spec out a little bit here. Okay, we've got some helium up here. We've got wire right here that we're making. I know we're making powder, but we don't have, so we'd have to ship the synthetic silicon up here, but we could put more chemical right in here because we're using this. I don't think we're using this though. Yeah, I tend to have that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you panic. Okay, so we're gonna ship. We're gonna ship some synthetic silicon from here up here. And we're going to take this wolfram powder that I made right here, and we're going to take it with this helium right here, and I think that's what we're going to do is make chemicals from right there. Right? Chemicals, wolfram powder, helium, synthetic silicon. Yep, we could do that right up there. So let's go up there. Oh! I'm going to go far out there. Hopefully that's the base. Yes. Close enough. And we just got a whole bunch of ammo, so we're good. Okay, so here's the funny thing, is I set this whole base up. Be pumping out all of this wolfram powder, and I put it on all of these deals to be able to ship somewhere, so I didn't have to bother with it. Yeah. Well, we're just going to ship it over here, I guess. I'm just not going to. And keep your towel with you. Got to keep your towel with you, always, everywhere you go. I love that movie. That movie's so freaking funny. And they got great actors to play in that movie, too. See, we get ourselves in trouble here. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't see anybody freaking out coming after me, but I am fairly certain. Oh, of course, the book is way better. The book is always way better. The books are always way better. I don't there's not a movie out there where I would say that the movie was better than the book. No. Now, are there movies out there that I would say that they did the book justice? Yes. Did they do just as good as the book? Yes. Were they better than the book? Never. Never. No. No, I reject your reality on that thought. Dune, I'm still a firm believer that the books were better than the movies. Far better than the movies. Um, do I believe that the movie? I loved the original Dune movie, the 1984 Dune. I loved that. I loved the movie. Okay, loved the movie. But even that movie doesn't do the actual books any justice at all. Um, I like I like the new I like the new movies. One of the movies that I was always okay with when they talked about the possibility of doing a remake was Dune. And the reason I say that is simply because the original 1984 version um, was it was good, and even it was a great movie. Um, but it was also 3 hours long, and it still didn't capture the essence of the Dune universe. So my big thing with that is that it has to capture um, you have to be able to capture the essence of it. You have to be able to tell the story of it. And so that's where I was really happy to hear that, yeah, they're going to do some updated, that's going to be closer, and then there's going to be at least 3 movies. Now I think they're talking 6. Um, so I'm liking the fact that there is becoming an expanded universe where more of all of that is being told. That is really awesome. I'm glad to see that because it really it needed it. I know what they were trying to do when they did 1984. I understand it, and they did a great job for what they had with what they had in 1984. Absolutely fantastic. They had a great cast. Just did a fantastic job, but it just never it never totally encapsulated the vastness of that story. And so I was happy to hear that they were doing more and that it was becoming something more. And I still think they've got some great characters in the new stuff as well. So I'm not unhappy with any of what they've got coming up. I'm actually quite curious to see what what's on the radar, you know, when it comes to that stuff. I think this whole freaking Dune MMO thing was a freaking, in my opinion, it was a massive failure and disservice to the whole thing. It was just some greedy corporation trying to take a, you know, get a good moment to capture the money on the backs of a movie. And I think they screwed it up because they, in my opinion, they rushed it. Again, my opinion. Yeah, capitalize on the marketing. And I get it. And in business, I absolutely forgive them. I understand it. And there's probably a good chance, had it been my decision in the essence of making money, I would have probably made the exact same decision. I would hope that I would be better than that, in all honesty, but I can't say with 100% that I would, simply because there's shareholders to contend with. But I definitely think that in the whole scheme of things, as a gamer, I would like to hope that I could have given it better justice. I just, part of me is starting to consider, though. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Please tell me you still have it, Safirio. Because how badass is that? Okay, that turns all these on. Okay. So now, somehow, I need to bring in wire. Where'd you losers come from? Oh, man, that does suck. Okay, so we need... Okay, so we've got Chem 3 silicon and Chem 3 wolf powder. Now we need to put in furnaces. Furnace. Son of a... This, for some reason, the terrain right here has got me completely freaking screwed up. It's got me all wackadoodled. Okay. I was going to try to split that up, though. That wolfram powder. But I guess... dude, I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay. So we've got one coming in. We've got two coming in. We've got to have at least three. So I've got to push it back to at least here. One, two, three. And 4. No, I don't like that. Okay. Now let's drop these in. I should be right. Oh, wonderful. Guess what I don't have over here is a habitat. There we go. You know what? Curiosity has been piqued. Well, if you can authenticate it, a first edition of Dune signed $3,500. Oh, hang on. Authenticated, verified hardback version is $5,800. And a first UK edition from 1965 first printing signed is $20,000. Woo! Mama says, step on back. Casey. Oh, dude. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Well, you're going to love a news story when I finally finish writing the damn thing. I went back to start working on freaking chapter 2 edits, and oh my god. I've almost completely rewritten chapter 2. Freaking amazing. Yeah, but my understanding is manga doesn't use very good freaking English or language that's understandable, so even that would take a little bit to read. Biggest favorite fantasy character. My book. Well, so I have several fantasy characters that I think are freaking awesome. One is probably one of my first favorite actual fantasy characters. And though I would like to say that the first one that I was exposed to was Conan, all right, Conan is not my favorite fantasy character. Mine is Mad Mardigan from the movie Willow. I think that character encapsulates a lot of how I saw myself growing up. Brash, arrogant, but good. Nothing I couldn't do. Um, Character was, kind of in the middle. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm that old to know the Dewey Decimal System, the original Google. I think my favorite science fiction character is, to be honest, is probably, I don't know, maybe it's a little cliche, um, but Mad Max. Uh, oh God, you guys are fucking too much. Okay, do I have all these hooked up? All right. Now, Snake Plissken. Snake Plissken was always a very. It was right there with the rest of them, but I think Mad Max. Max Ratowski is probably my favorite beloved um, character. Okay, so the question is how do I get around this guy right here? I've actually never seen that movie, and I saw an ad or a short snippet of the Weird Al like biopic or story or whatever that oh, that freaking Harry Potter kid um, did not too long ago. Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon was most definitely a positive, popular character. Now, again, absolutely nothing against any of these characters at all in any form or fashion. Because, really, I mean, in all honesty, if I go back and look at it, Captain America was really big, and, at around my time frame. And so, I mean, I could say Captain America, too. Oh, we didn't choose what we were making here yet, did we? It's really hard, in all honesty, for me. It's hard for me to pick and just say, like one particular character is more this or that than another. And the reason I say that is because when when I look at it growing up, we had we had so many good characters. I I mean, we just did. We had so many really fantastic characters growing up. I mean, you look at, X-Men and Spider-Man, and Superman is slightly before the creation of Superman's, just a little is before my time. But there was those superheroes, and and then you have things like, say, Flash Gordon and Mad Max, and of course, the big time that I remember growing up and seeing movies wasn't until the early to mid '80s. So I got to look at it from that perspective. My real, true first experience with a lot of these characters wasn't until Wow Wolf. Welcome, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, see, and Optimus Prime, Hanna-Barbera, Transformers, Thundercats, and Tron, and instead freaking Captain Kirk. What was that robots, the robot cats that make the one big robot cat or robot thingamajigger? Damn it! It's way before Voltron, GI Joe. Those were the items of of my growing up, and so it's hard to say, it's hard to put out some of those things. It's like, oh man, okay. That's actually kind of crazy, and then I look back at it now and I'm like, oh my God, how many characters from back then or something, freaking, oh my God, it just jumped into my head. Deputy Dog. Y'all remember Deputy Dog? Oh, shoot. Deputy Dog. Centurions. Oh, why does that sound familiar, but I can't think of it? God, it sounds so familiar, but I can't place it in my brain. It's a lost hole. It's a black hole. It's always been a black hole. Are you not? Oh, you're not making anything yet. Okay. So many. There's just. I heard somebody the other day, a youngster, okay, a youngster, made the comment in the attitude that I'm tired of hearing old people say they wish they could go back to their day or back to their time. What, there was nothing good about their time. There was nothing, oh, it's just, I'm so sick and tired of hearing that. And I got twitchy, like real twitchy. Because I thought about all of the stuff that, like, the shows and the cartoons and all of the stuff that we have nowadays. In one way or another, it's all a ripoff of our time, of Gen X time frame, of my youth. All of it. The Power Rangers? Where did Power Rangers come from? Voltron? All of it. All of it is a ripoff of stuff from in the freaking 80s that was badass and highly successful. And then they just rebranded it, recolored it, and made it in the stuff today. And then buttholes are like, oh, there was nothing great about then. I'm like, everything great that you think is today came from then. You're freaking crazy. It got me really twitchy. It got me really twitchy. Super Cent. Is that where that came from? Okay. Well, I know that a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we got. Even the stuff that we got as Gen Xers back then that day that was Americanized from somewhere else. But it's just, I mean, whether it's Japanese Gen X or whether it's American Gen X, it doesn't matter. It's all Gen X. We just I think the key is that we had really great original ideas. And now and I give these bastards nowadays shit every possible freaking way because of the fact that nothing done today is an original idea. None of it. There isn't a movie, there isn't a TV show, there isn't a cartoon, there isn't anything done anytime in the last at least 15 years that is an original idea. All of it is a copy of some other stuff from somewhere else. I swear, if I see a freaking another remake trailer or another movie trailer that comes off of the heels of some other shit from the 80s or early 90s, my head is probably just going to pop right off my body. It really is. Just, that's how, like, tweaking out it's got me going right now. Just, I'm so sick of... I think that's probably one of the reasons that I decided to do my own book. It's like if I can't get an original freaking story from anywhere else, then I'll just write my own. Okay, we may or may not. Oh, you dirty little bastard. Snuck up on me like that. Good thing my gun was out. Where you at, losers? Well, where did the Autobots, not the Autobots, where did that other freaking stupid little robot show come from? GoBots? Is that what it was? The GoBots? Literally killed nobody. Oh my goodness. That whole group right there got away with everything. I killed nobody with that grenade. Oh man. I feel myself itching to say good old days. It was the good old days. Make my ass be even older. You know what? I blame Twilight. Yep. It was all Twilight's fault. Man, that was a show I missed too. I don't think this is going to keep up with it. I don't think that's going to hang. We're going to have to go look, I guess. I just don't think it's going to work. It's not going to be enough. Let's take some extra with us, though. See if we're gonna have to go all the way over there. Then let's just mule 400 with us. And we'll just carry it over there. And we'll do it that way. I don't think I'm far out there. I'm going to have to hunt down some additional quartz, I think, here shortly. I don't have enough quartz to make another. I don't have enough quartz to make another teleporter to get me all the way out here. Ugh, the run. The run. It's not the running again. Not the run. Oh. I thought it was okay. I don't know. I was never a fan of Johnny Knoxville, though. Now, some of his a little bit more serious roles, I have been a fan of some of the stuff that he has done. But some of his stuff, his younger kid stuff, I couldn't. That stuff drove me up the wall. Really? Wolfram powder is the problem? Okay, what the hell we got going wrong with Wolfram powder here? We got plenty of it. Thundar the Barbarian. Oh my lord. I haven't heard that in a long time. Wow. I heard of the Herculoids came up in something recently. Can't remember what it was, but they came up in something recently. Isn't it Johnny Knoxville doing the new Fear Factor? Isn't that who's doing that? Why does it just seem like this just, I mean, it's pumping out and I'm getting refills. So it's not like this is not getting what it needs. It's just not getting enough of what it needs. So how do we solve? Oh, I forgot because chemicals 3 to 1. Shit. That's why. Crap. Okay. Could we? We need to take another one of these and put it like right here. Of course, I don't have enough. That's why it's not keeping up. All right, we got more chemicals, but now we got to run back and make. I gotta go grab some. I think we're making it already. I gotta grab some intermediate building materials. Intermediate building materials. We got to go get more. You know what I would like to see somebody try to do or come up with, which would be a freaking pretty cool deal. I think would be the would be trying to do something in the realm, and I say realm of the old. Oh my God! I cannot believe I say some of these words. I say. Um, I had it in my head a second ago. Son of a gun. We need a new space movie. Let me. I'll just say do it like that. We need a new space movie. Not necessarily a movie or a new show, but something a little more. You know, I know my. Okay, so I got a little animosity right now because they were supposed to be bringing back freaking Firefly, right? That's supposed to be coming back. There's big deal about, oh, Firefly's coming back. And then I just saw some shit the other day. They're talking about Firefly is now they're trying to do animated, not an actual Firefly. It will be animated. Little kitties, plug your damn ears. But fuck that. That's not. No, I would rather have nothing. Because any idiot can voice freaking any of those characters. And at some point in time, with AI nowadays, they could just take the original characters out of there. And animation will never cover the non-verbal communication elements that make that show, that make those actors as awesome as they are. Yes, Nathan Fillion has a voice, right? But if you've watched any of his stuff, one of his biggest attributes as an actor is that he can say full paragraphs with his face, never saying a word. And that alone is worth more than any animated series. Alan Tudyk, same thing. There's their facial expressions that no animation will ever be able to capture, ever. It was Silent Bob. It's same. Yep, there it is. There's just some skills in acting that I hate to reference it. But it is probably the most obvious and easy one to reference is the end of the second Hunger Games movie. At the end of the second Hunger Games movie, when Jennifer Lawrence is laying there on that bed or whatever, and the camera's zooming down on her face, and you can see her go through every single freaking emotion. Like you can see through her facial expressions and her eyes this whole conversation going on. And I only use that simply because it's a very easy, quick example to find. That's the only reason I use it. But it's simply just that part of acting that when you dunk real actors and you put in a cartoon, that the cartoon will never be able to capture and or replace live actors. You just can't. And especially animated animation. Look, animators are great. That's an art form in its own right. I get it. But no, you can't copy that. Dusty, hey there. And I think by taking Firefly and animating it, you're making a huge mistake, because you have at least 2, if not 3, major actors that do a ton of acting with their face. And when you take that piece out of there and try to leave capturing that in an animator's hands, it'll never work. It'll never work. It just won't. Took me over an hour to get out of the engine last night. Oh, Dusty, what did you do wrong? Couldn't find the exit. Oh, my man. Oh, no. That's not good at all. Now, so remember the other day when we were talking about making and setting up a supply line or a logistics line to create to collect these intermediate building materials. Where you see how fast I just did it by hand, and I just knocked out a whole bunch of them by hand. It's like in the amount of time that it sets to set up that whole supply line, I can literally just run around and grab the things that I need, and make it. And you don't. It's not like there's so many that need to be made that you can't keep up. But it's just taking a few minutes running around and grab the couple items from the supplies that you have, and then run back to your base and just use the small printer. You could just knock out doing these so quick. I made freaking, I don't know, 7,000 of them right there in just a couple of minutes while I was yapping. And if I really wanted to, I could crank out a bunch more. But what does slow you down is right here. You're sitting here waiting for these ones to be made. Now, I did make a discovery. Ladies and gentlemen, I made a discovery today that to me was profound. And I did even do a little bit of testing on it, okay? So I'm gonna show you right here. Impure, impure, normal. Impure, 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 impure. Right here in the very beginning where a lot of people like to start, me included on this game, is literally the worst freaking place in the world to start. Absolutely the worst. I started a whole new game this morning, and I said, you know what? I'm going to test this theory because I was curious. Because yesterday I spent probably just off of this area right here. I was just trying to see how long it would take me to get from like level 1 to like level 5, right? Say, okay, if we're going to put 4 people all in this main area, and 4 of us are going to just tackle this game and see how far we can get on Saturday, right? How many levels can we get through? Okay. Could the building material in this area right here, could it sustain us? It couldn't sustain me. And so this morning, I started like a completely brand new game, and the first thing I did was I ran right over here. Okay, 2 impures, 2 normals, and 5 normals. Okay, and I went right over here, and I set up a base right there, and I plopped down what I could, and I started. And in a matter of, I don't know, probably an hour by myself, okay, I ripped through the first 4 levels. Maybe even got through the 5th. One of the company's 5ths. In just a matter of like an hour. So don't start right here. When you leave the orbital lander, when you come out of the orbital lander, just grab meteorites, but just work your way northeast until you find this little geoscanner. When you find this little geoscanner, because in the beginning you're not going to have your map like this, find this geoscanner or find this piece here. You want to find these wolfram and these titanium. Okay, either do here, or go straight north to find this wolfram and this titanium. The reason I say that is all of those, either here or up here, you can get so much more created. So you've got 2 smelters. You get a total of 4 smelters worth of titanium right here in this spot. Okay. Not very good. But right here, you've got 1, 2, and 4. You got 6. So just going here, you've got 2 additional smelters. No, let's see. 4, 5, 6, and then 2, 4. No. 2, 3, 4. You got 4 versus 4, 5, and 6. So you just going up here, you've got 2 additional for titanium that you didn't have here. And trust me, those 2 extra pumping out those basic base materials like the rods or the plates or the titanium bars, it makes a difference. It clearly made a difference. And if I'd have popped over here really quick and just jumped on these, I could have got a few more out of it. But this wolfram right here, they're all regular, normal wolfram nodes. Big difference in racking through the wolfram powder and the wire and the plates and stuff that you need. All right, Casey, take it easy. Big difference. And then if you need to expand from here, right over the edge here, there's a pure node up in here, a couple normals. So your titanium just right in this area and the wolfram from this area right here can blast you through so much, so fast. Now again, if you run straight north and you nab this and you nab these, oh my goodness, I can only imagine. I'm gonna have to do another test. I'm gonna have to test this because there's a bit of a distance between these right here that I think is going to be a oh, Canam, thank you for the raid. Hey, no, don't raid. You can raid and run all you need, my man. Thank you very much. Yep, take care of your mom. Take care of your mom. She's important. Oh, I appreciate that, Canam. Thank you very much for just still hanging out and stopping by and doing the raid. I appreciate it. See my hat. See my hat? My hat went cowboyed on me. It flickered up. Now I look like, no, it's got to stay down. There we go. Okay. So yeah, if you're starting a new game, or you've never played StarRupture and you want to start a new game, or you get this game and start it, when you first come out of this orbital lander, don't stay right here. This slows your progression so bad. It really does. If you come directly north, you put yourself right between where the 2 spots that you need for the first sets of blueprints. Way better spot to be in. Way better spot. Plus, then you've got 4 normal wolfram nodes right here, which that'll get you a lot. I mean, that's 2 smelters per. So that's 8 smelters right there worth of goods that you can make. 4 wire, 4 powder, right off the top. And then this titanium right here, there's so much titanium right there. There's 2 pures and 3 normal nodes right there. That's 8, 10, 12. That's 14 smelters worth of titanium that is sitting in that spot right there. And this whole spot right in here is perfectly huge for building some of these things. So I'm going to stress this multiple times. Don't build in the beginner area. I totally get it. I've made the mistake a million times myself. Well, probably 10 or 15 times now of coming out of the lander, coming right here and setting up the first base and building right here. Horrible. Just efficiency wise, it's horrible. So don't do that. Either stay going northeast and get to this wolfram and this titanium, or go straight north, come out of that lander area, go straight north and find this wolfram and then just follow the hill to this titanium. You may have to run back and forth right here a bit, but you get a couple of these base cores down. You don't have to worry about the bugs. And you're going to get so much more pushed out faster. We have a kind of a group chat going on with the people who are all going to get together on Saturday. We're going to play. 4 of us who know this game are all going to get on at the same time. And we're going to see how fast we can get through this game, through the levels and through the corporate levels. Okay. And the one thing that I did was I was like, yeah, nobody's building here. Split up. If we put somebody here, there's wolfram powder and titanium right there. We put somebody in the middle, there's titanium, and they can use wolfram from this group. Put somebody up here, and you've got wolfram and titanium. And whether we split it up, somebody just works on wolfram, somebody just works on titanium. We haven't decided yet. But it doesn't make any sense when you're starting off with in multiplayer for everybody to be sitting around literally the weakest amount of resource material in this game in the same spot. It takes you forever to get what you need out of that. Like literally yesterday, playing by myself, and I'm just bouncing right back and forth between this area. I didn't go very far at all until like there was a rupture, and then I ran up here and I ran up there, and I did that in one rupture. It didn't do me any good. Don't go right here. Ever. Northeast or straight north. Because you've got way better wolfram nodes and way better titanium nodes than you have at the starter spot. And yeah, I know it's like, oh, well, I don't have the gun yet, or I don't have a shotgun yet, or I don't have this yet. I know from experience. I just took my little laser and rolled both to those spots and threw down the base core. And I gathered a couple base cores as I was running around to get to these spots. And once you put down those base cores, and again, if you put down base cores, right, and you do this to it, okay, you don't have to worry about any of the bugs that attack, that they're going to corrupt the base core and basically destroy or ruin your base. You don't have to worry about it. They can't get to it this way. So if you do that, then you save yourself all kinds of trouble. Okay? And you can pretty much run to anywhere. The only place that you don't want to go, all right, when you first start the game is any place where there might be a Goliath. Because this little thing right here actually works pretty good for early game. It's not bad at all of being able to capture that early game stuff and be able to do what you need to get done to just push your base a little bit further from the main, that first little area where we were just at, because that slows your game progress. And that's one of the things that I've heard people say is, oh my God, the beginning of this game is so slow. Yeah. Yeah, if you're building right there in that spot, absolutely. Absolutely. I experienced it firsthand. I wanted to test it. I wanted to see. I'm like, okay, so what am I missing here? What is there a way to get around this? Is a way to, and then when I dug into it, started looking at the numbers, I'm like, yeah, that takes you just going a little bit further away. If you go to the northeast, all right, it's the titanium that slows you down because it's still not very much, but the wolfram doesn't. If you go straight north and you do the wolfram and the titanium where you have technology is the only thing that slows you down with the amount of titanium that's there. You can do that easy. But yeah, if you've never played a game like this, I understand wholeheartedly the logic behind what they put right there. If you play the tutorial portion of this game, that is legitimately the tutorial location. And so I I get why they have that spot there. I do. Okay, it's got to go that way. We got to get rid of this one. And then we grab this and go this. Can we get to there? We can. We can slink right around that. We can dip that right in there. What did we call this right here? Wolfram powder, Chem 3 wolf powder. So we need Chem 3 wolf powder 2. Okay. That should help speed up. And while we were screwing around talking, we completely filled up the chem. Oh, it's no wonder my office gets warm. Yep, it's no wonder my office gets warm. Where can we send some chemicals to? That dog's giving me a goddamn heart attack. Chem 2 wolf powder. That's not where it's got to go. Maybe it does. Well, we'll figure it out. I don't know. Saturday's going to be interesting. So Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, we will be playing on Saturday. There will be 4 of us. Safirio, Charles, and Kenham Krinder over on Twitch. We will be playing, the 4 of us. We'll be playing on a multiplayer game, and we are going to see, with 4 people who know the game, all going in at the same time from the start, how fast can we build through the corporate tiers or levels? How quickly can we get through them? Yeah, that sucks. So, Miguel, drop it to tier 4 quests for a couple of quests to try to get the gear out of those areas that would be better off, that would help you out. That would be my recommendation. Is just do, instead of doing tier 5 quests in the desert, which I'm not exactly sure. Why are you doing tier 5 quests in the desert? Shouldn't those be tier 3? Or are they... Are you getting sent there from Joel in the wasteland? Where do we need to go? Okay, so we've got lots of chemicals going. We've got lots of wolfram powder going. Um, yeah, but you can still. So once you've unlocked a quest level, you can you could go to the desert and say, "Hey, give me a quest," and it's gonna give you. It's gonna give if you've unlocked it. It's gonna give you the top tier level of quest that you can take on. But sometimes, like the wasteland gives you the wasteland gives you it give you quests that are back in the well for us in our game we've been getting quests that are back in the pine forest biome, so it's always possible that always possible. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Get the wave. It's the wave. It's the wave. All right, the hat's fun, ladies and gentlemen, but it's afternoon time and my freaking head is getting hot. So we're gonna put this back here, and he can hang out there. My office getting warm. Safirio, if you have a very specific spot and a reason you want to go there, just put it in the Discord channel and use one of the maps to circle where it is you want to go, and then we can work through it. I don't think I just threw out ideas for some stuff and places to go and things to do and areas where we could get started. Um, so I don't. Nobody's nobody's really said anything one way or the other who's going to go where or how. Um, we just kind of all need to hash it out between the four of us, at least so that we know the idea. Because the big thing is going to be having to try to get through that beginning. We got to get up to where we have dispatchers and receivers, at least tier two belt or rails, and the wind turbines. And we get to that point, and then we can coordinate on, just through chat. I think that'll get us where we need to go. Okay, are we still sucking wind here? Okay, so it is sulfur that we need help with. Did we not send that sulfur over here? Oh, I bet we put those things down and we did not send the sulfur over here. Yep, we got to go send some sulfur over here. I could have swore we started sending it over here, but we didn't. I still can't make that tier 2. Oh, this sucks so hard right here. I cannot get this spot to cool off very fast at all. Oh, done messed up. Well, okay, maybe it'll cool off by the time I come back. Okay, well, we're sending it. That's traveling really slow. Oh, we have used it up. Oh, that's what's happened. We have drained the coffers. Okay, we need to send sulfuric acid chem. We need to be shooting. Do we need to make a new one of those over here? Yeah, we're not getting enough chemical to these guys. More than enough sulfur, but not enough chemical. Okay. All right, let's. I knew this was going to be a problem. I almost threw my mouse all over the place. I knew this was going to be an issue. I surmised that this might be an issue. Because chemicals, well, we were always low. And oops, those are the wrong ones. Spherio sending the love. Thank you, Spherio. No, I'm okay, Christy. I ate something before I came in here. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the daily gifts. Big time, dude. Thank you. Okay, let's take a quick look at this. What do we call this? Sulf acid chem. So we want sulf acid chem 2. Sulf acid chem 3. Okay. Now I have no idea where these dispatchers are at. There's 2 dispatchers sending it here, and they're both just across the way. So if we turn off one of those, yeah, let's go do that. We gotta get organized here, ladies and gentlemen. We're just a little bit disorganized. And it happens. It happens all the time around here. You've been watching my streams at all? The squirrels get the better of us. You are not going to give up, are you? This reaches all the way up in here. We gotta get this back to work. Hey, we broke 900 followers yesterday. Yes, we did. We broke 900 followers. I think this morning or before I got on, we were 902. It was 901 or 902. And yeah, that's so awesome. That is so cool. So that means it's the countdown from 100 to 1,000. And when we hit 1,000, we're going to do a special stream, and we're going to do a drawing, and we're going to give away a game. $60 or less. $60 or less on Steam. But we will be giving away a game. The drawing will be of those people who are actual followers, not just anybody who shows up, but you got to be an actual follower. Your name will go into an auto digital, like a automatic draw deal, and we will, we're gonna give away a game when we hit 1,000 on TikTok. If you're on Twitch or if you're on YouTube, we do have milestone giveaways that I have planned. We're not close to them. I'm sorry, guys. We're just not close enough. So yeah, there's that. It would be awesome if we could do that by Friday. See, I can't put it there. I wonder if I can I disinfect these and then put it there? No. Why can't I do that? Is it because of that one? Put it there now. I gotta do anything I can to get this freaking area to cool down until we can get the stuff put together for it. Really? Really? Unknown caller. Because you're just that special. How about we just turn you off? Because you're not that special. Okay. Maybe right there. Can we put it right there? And put one right there. Okay, we got to get to that next level, man. This stuff's killing us. I think we do. We do. Yes. As multiplayer in there, anything that you find, blueprints and data points are all shared. So it's a total group effort. It doesn't matter what you got going on in that aspect. It's completely shared. Okay, we got a chem station over here that we can release from duty. How do I release it from duty? How do I say that you are no longer needed? I guess I turn you off. Okay. And then you stay. Do you stay walking? Okay, you only got 12 in there though. What? Wait a second. Why are we running out of helium? Why are we out of helium? See, there's always something in this freaking game. Why am I out of helium? Wait up. Why am I sending chemicals? No, I sent chemicals to the chem helium and I turned off the helium. Oh, could you be a bigger dumbass? Oh, I bet it's not here. I bet it's not sending here at all. Because if it was here, it'd be up there, and I'm not sending it from there. I'm sending it from on the other side of the hill, which, shit, I don't have anything even. I don't. It's Wolfram bait. No, Wolfram plate base is the closest thing. No, I just click his shit as usual, and it messed the shit up. Is what I did. See, I moved all this stuff over here. Yep. He's a dummy. He's a dummy. He's a dummy. Chem helium. Chem helium. But I also need to go to the other spot. Way out there. See, I got to turn off the chem helium wherever I was sending the chem helium. I got to turn it off because I sent it to the wrong place. But that's okay because we have to go out to that base anyway to figure out what the hell we're doing. Ah, man, I gotta find some more quartz. It is running shits for the birds. Whose dumbass idea was it to put this freaking big ass base all the way out of here? And I shipped that helium somewhere closer. Ooh. Wouldn't that be a shit in this game, though, too? That your mines could actually run dry? That the resources could actually dry up in this game? Oh, my lord. Would that not be some just serious shit? Okay, we got to put this at sulfuric chem 2. And then sulfuric chem 3. That'd be a freaking wrinkle and a half, wouldn't it? How crazy would that be? If you actually could mine these things dry. No, I actually know exactly what I would do. I'll be honest. I know exactly what I'd do. I would. Man, they ain't listening to me. Because if they were actually listening to me, we'd already have more information on the next update. Or they'd have called me and told me to keep my mouth shut about them not giving us updates. So they ain't listening to me. I'm not worried about it. But that would be a wrinkle to a game, right? I already know what I would do though. I'd create big storage areas. That's what I'd do. You'd have a miner, an extractor sitting on top of whatever it was with a storage deal, along with as soon as you got these dispatchers done, and I just pack it all up, ship it to a massive storage facility, and then I just move those little pieces around to different spots to just all the stuff out of that area, and then I'd never go back there. That's what I would do. I was on the phone telling me to shush. Wouldn't that be some shit? Hey, you need to shut up, man. You talk too much. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't that just be funny? Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. There's nothing there, and we got plenty over there. So I'm gonna do this so that we can keep things moving over here. Okay, let's make the run back. Yeah, we will. We will. I'm just a big mouth with a few friends playing some video games. We're going to tear this game up on Saturday, though. I'm going to tell you right now. This game on Saturday is in so much trouble when it comes to multiplayer. So if the gods in the sky know how to get a message to freaking Creepy Jar, y'all might want to tune in on freaking Saturday. Creepy Jar. Because you're going to have 4 people that know how to play this game. And they're all getting on at exactly the same time. And we are going to just freaking wear this game out when it comes to multiplayer. If you want to see what that looks like, come check out Survival Gym on Saturday. Creepy Jar. You listening? Because we're going to tear this game into pieces. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Just in a way. That's all. Just in a way. Okay, did we solve our problem over here with bringing in more and more? Well, now we got some. Okay. And everybody's full because we've got some. So I guess we will not officially know because we've got a whole lot of it. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to the electromagnetic coil. I did practice on my own, not today. I'm not doing it. I'm still playing our ancient original game or level here. So we're just playing what we've always been playing. We were just talking about it though, so that's all. 1, 2. I think we need. What do we need? We need 4 or 5, right? I don't know. Let's put it down and see what happens. Okay, electromagnetic coils. So we need pressurized helium. Got to fly that in. Supermagnets are here. Wolframs are here, and inductors we have to fly in. So we got four. We got to bring in four pieces. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can go there. You can go there. We got enough, but we have to fly in the others. So if we put them in down there, we could fly them in there, bring them this way, and then we can bring these two going that. No. We got to bring it from over here. These have got to come this way. Can't use those because these are feeding these. Okay. Got it. I did practice though, Kanam. I did practice in that bright green picture that I circled everything on. I did put that in on the page, on our page, to talk about. But Safirio, I think, has got a suggestion that he would like to put, where he'd like to start doing some of the initial area stuff. So we just have to kind of talk through it. The biggest piece, though, I have found is like that initial starter area. Damn. That place is absolutely the freaking worst. Let's see, I'm going to come back one. When it comes to... Oh, I got to take these out. I hate this. God, we need the update, boys. This is getting irritating to have to freak come in here and take these out. Just so I can lower the stupid thing. Yeah, we just have to talk about it, and work it out, decide where we want things to go and how we want them to get there. And beyond the beginner area, I think the only thing that I've really got figured out is applicators, titanium housing, stators, rotors. I think that's as far as I've got. I mean, I got tubes of the items that require of the items that are going to require. Let's see. I think you were supposed to go there actually. Multi parts. After that, and all of those can be built with fabricators. Anything that requires higher than the fabricator or the furnace to make, I don't have hashed out even in my head. Maybe ceramics and glass I might have actually, and I have a general idea of where I think they could be made, but I need to mark it on the deal and then send it over to you guys to see what y'all think. Well, applicators, the hard part about applicators is just that it's glass. That's the only part about applicators that are a pain in the ass, is because it's glass. In glass, you can't do anything with glass until you unlock the helium extractor. And so that's where that makes that a major pain. But you need the helium. Oops. Damn it. Oh, no, you gotta go higher, dude. You gotta go higher. Okay, so now we're fitting in 4 items here. So now for the ease of use, we're going to get these electromagnetic coils. We're getting them made today. We got 58 minutes to get them done. We're not going to get through them, but we're going to get the production line set up. Okay, so we're going to take that there. We got to. Okay, let's do this. I think this will be better. I'm fairly confident that I know a good spot for tubes, and I think the spot that I have picked out for titanium housing is a good spot. And the spot for rotors, I believe, is probably going to be a good spot. Does that mean it's going to be the end spot? No. Does that mean it's the best spot? Probably not. But to get us through some of those levels that we need to get through, I think they're pretty damn good spots. But going through the things that I did this morning, or yesterday morning and this morning, it's very clear that if you have the supporter pack, which gets you the extra beginner nodes, building material, and some extra intermediate building material, and I think you get a couple of the quartz building material. You get an extra 1,500 basic building material, an extra 5,000 or 10,000 data points. We should actually be able to, working in tandem at different spots where there's wolfram and titanium, each one of us focusing on smelters, because we're all going to, in each one of these spots that I marked out, each one of us, if we immediately splash out, right, to the 4 different spots, right, and focus on both wolfram and titanium, then at that point, it doesn't matter what first level product or second level product you're going to build in that area, you still have to do wolfram and titanium. So you get with your extra basic building material, you should be able to get in your first set of smelters and put in your first orbital launchers and be shooting that stuff off. And if we're all doing that, 4 people are all setting that up, 4 different sets, those first few levels, those first few corporate levels should go like super fast, because you've got 4 different sets. Now, I know how fast you can do it if it's just one person, but if you've got 4 people all doing it at the same time, contributing to the points needed to get to the next level, it'll be nuts. It actually should be fairly quick, and we'll be talking about, okay, where do we want to start making the tier 3 stuff? Where do we want to set up mega presses and things like that? I need this one to go the other way. So I think it'll be very interesting. Anybody who's interested in this game, anybody who's ever seen this game, anybody who just wants to see a bunch of idiots do freaking cake-controlled chaos, you're going to want to come hang out for a while on Saturday and watch us tackle this game as we attempt to get through the game literally as fast as you possibly can with building stuff. We're going to build, and we're going to go freaking bonkers. And because all of us know the game, okay, and that's the key. All of us know the game. We're all aware of the game. We all know the majority of the functionality of the game. We know how it you know, how it does its thing. We have the basic ideas of how to build, you know, the logistical trail and do that kind of stuff. I think if you do that with 4 people, we're gonna rip through this game fast. Okay, so we got to send inductors here. And we've got magnets here. And I've got to bring in plates. And what else am I missing? Pressurized helium and inductors we have to bring in. So, okay. Actually, I need both of these going that way. No, I think I honestly believe that between 4 people, okay, even with different building styles, okay, I don't think there's a screwy builder. I think there's different building styles. But if we focus on, and again, not get in each other's way for the parts that we're after, right? The parts that we're all trying to make and get made to send to some place to get done. And again, when you don't have one person like what I've had to do today, where it's let me go build this thing over here and put down a receiver and put down a dispatcher, and then let me rename them and run back and forth, and you know, let me do all of those things back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you got somebody on the other end saying, okay, hey, I've got the, you know, receiver set up, send me to this, you know, send me whatever to this named receiver. And then you're going to see it be a whole lot different. It's not going to take you as much time as it would a single person. Oh, it's going to be organized chaos. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind it's going to be organized chaos. But there's also no doubt in my mind that we can do it. That we absolutely, positively, without any concern whatsoever, that we can run through this game in a lot of different ways. Okay, we're trying to come out here, but honestly, I think I should run those this way and then do this here. And then take this one. No. Okay. Okay, grab this. We need to grab that one, pull that one this way, this one, and that one will go this way, and then this one will go this way. And now we got plates right there. Okay. And then we go here, regular height, and then we go here. Oops, damn it. Milton, welcome. And then, I know, I can't help it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's choose electromagnetic coil, and electromagnetic coil, and electromagnetic coil. Now we got to get inductors over here, and we got to get inductors, and pressurized helium. Okay. I know where we could get pressurized helium. I'm fairly certain there's enough of the inductors in the spot that I want. We're going to see. Pressurized helium. Look at that. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. So those two are going to the same place. Now, all of this shit can go away. And even these can go away. The bonus is I'm fairly certain this produces out at 30. So I think I'm going to have to do 3. Oh, but I bet that's in the way. Shit. I don't know if this is going to work. Got to look. Are you high? You're not high. I'm high. Go down this way. And put that there. And we'll do that. And then we'll get rid of this so that we can be organized. And then Spirio, thank you for the share. Remember, people, share it out because we can't do the game giveaway till we hit 1,000 followers. 1,000. When we hit 1,000 followers, we will be doing a game giveaway for TikTok viewers. So if you're not a TikTok follower, then you should ask yourself, why am I not? And the same, if you're not following on YouTube and you're not following on Twitch, then you can't get part of the group when it comes time for those to start doing giveaways. But we are going to do some giveaways when we start hitting some milestones. Because why? We're getting close to hitting some milestones, which is freaking awesome. And I want to be able to pay everybody, show my appreciation to everybody for hitting some of these milestones and all of your guys' wonderful support for the channel. Let's see. We got to decide also what will be the end for us. Once we max the corporations, you're just getting the teleporter unlocked being the world engine. Well, that's a great deal. So, obviously, my ass can't freaking sit in his chair very well for any more than 4 hours. Like, I literally pay for it. So, streaming wise, I'd like us to try to keep it to 3 hours. Then how far can we get into 3 hours? And then we make a determination, because I don't know. I mean, man, that'd be awesome if we could do the world engine or forgotten engine all the way in 4 hours. 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours. But that's a good question. When do we call it? if we hate each other at the end of 3 hours, maybe we just do the one deal. But if we have, if we show, if it's got some positivity, it's got some legs, and it was something we all had a good time doing, then I'm all for, bringing it, doing it like the next Saturday, and seeing how much further we can get it from there. Just to see if we can, what it takes to get through it. Because that's kind of in my impression. I don't know honestly when you guys would like to call it an end. Do we just want to see how far we can do it on a single Saturday? Drive as far or hard as we can, or try to get to the World Engine, or see how, if we get to the World Engine or Forgotten Engine, how, where does it go from there? Do we want to try to keep going for, set it for 3 hours or a 4 hour time period? It's just, that's my question, is how far do you guys want to go? I know personally, any more than 4 hours and my ass is not going to work. It is not going to be happy. Which probably is the absolute worst way to say something like that, but yeah, I said it. Okay, where are these going? These are all coming this way to go that way, and these are all going this way to go up there. And I don't really care, because right now I need these to go here. I don't know how far we're going to be able to get. I'll be honest. It's a um, it's a big mystery, you know. Again, the only other person that I've played this game with was with my wife. So as far as I know, it would take us, we wouldn't get to the World Engine that fast. But that's, again, only using two people, and one person has never played this type of game before. Oh, I need more. So therein comes the question, how far can four people who have an idea of how the game works, all working together, make this game go? The Huff Guy! My man! Where have you been? Dude! I hope everything is good with you. I missed you. Where have you been? What have you been up to? Dispatchers. That didn't come out right. I think that, in all honesty, I think that we're going to be able to knock it out way faster than even I think. I think it's going to be, I fully believe it's going to surprise us big time. But at the same time, it's one of those questionable things, Do you are you what what new wrinkles do we run into that none of us have experienced, playing with multiplayer and doing the things that we're looking at doing. You know, that's the piece that is the unknown. You know, none of us have done it like this, so none of us really know what new wrinkle we might get, and so that's the fun part. Sorry, I gotta. The, the boss lady should just come get my phone from me. The off guy. This game right here is so. This is a factory survival exploration game. You electrocoil inductor. If you are you familiar with Satisfactory or Factorio or Foundry? Survival production simulator. There you go. Satisfactory with more enemies. All right. Okay. Now we got things going, ladies and gentlemen. Where are we at? We're at 2 hours and 23 minutes. Let's hop over here and see if we are making any electromagnetic coils. I'm excited to do it. I think it's going to be fun. 4 people running around in this game, everybody going at it, building stuff. I think it's going to be an absolute blast. I think we're going to have a great time. I'm super jazzed about the whole thing. I can't wait for it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty excited. It's all that and a bag of chips in every possible way. I could have swore I selected that one. What in the monkey butt? Okay. We're packing them in. We're packing them in. Look at the beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the factory function. It is a rhythm and dance of beauty. Christy, come get my phone. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we get going here. I'm super excited though. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun when you got people running around. I will admit this game can be just a little bit boring, um, all by yourself. I mean it has its moments where you just kumbaya and you just build and you're chill, and it's okay. But at times, like what we have been building, oh shit, I don't know, for the last freaking week, probably the last week. Yeah, we've been after this for a week. I'm fairly certain. Just to make these electromagnetic coils. Um, how much faster could this have been done with 4 of us in here, everybody running off to do different pieces of this and knocking it out a whole lot quicker. I think it could have been, there'd be a whole different um, deal. I can't wait to see your lines, Safirio. I really am quite intrigued to see the insanity that you put into the game. Uh, but again, I'm really excited to see what it's like when you're playing a game like this, and you're rocking along, and everybody's got a job and everybody knows what they're doing, and that kind of stuff. I think it's gonna be an absolute blast. I really do. Um, it'll be something fun to do on Saturday. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Um, the wrinkle that I foresee now. Granted, most of y'all have been watching me play, and I haven't seen what you guys have. Like Sphere, sitting here saying his lines are stuffed full of items. Mine's not. So clearly, there's some setup differences. I know Kanam does some stuff that's different, different as well. So you've got you'll have four different competing um, beautiful minds trying to find a way to come together and make it successful. And so I think it's going to be it at the very least it will be entertainment for everybody who comes and watches. Pure entertainment. For us, it's going to be interesting. There's a good chance all four of us are going to come away with something practical for our own games that we learn from each other, which I think that's going to be really, really cool to come away with and do. I think that's going to be something that's going to be awesome. Uh, I'm a very visual person. You could sit there and explain it to me 100 times, and most of the time, I'll have a general idea, but until I start looking at the realities of it, I don't fully um, I don't fully get it. Oh, hey, let's not do what we did the other day. So being able to see everybody else and how they build stuff and how they work in the game and how their mind functions and does that kind of deal. It will be interesting. It'll be a learning experience. I think, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to actually being able to go in and see somebody's build in real time and how they're visualizing something versus how, say, I'm visualizing it. All of you guys, everybody who's going to be in there is pretty much seeing how I visualize it. So no surprise for them, but um, I'll be able to see what they're talking about a whole lot easier, and that'll be an interesting role reversal to see how everybody else is doing it. But the cool thing is for everybody who watches on Saturday's stream, you guys will either be able to, if you're on Twitch, you can go to Kanam to his stream and see from his perspective. Safiria, I don't know if you're going to stream it. I don't think Charles was going to stream it, but we can go and see what Charles is talking about in his build, and I'll have everybody linked in through Discord, so everybody will be able to hear what other people are saying, and we'll be able to really just kind of look at and discuss and talk about everybody's builds and how it's working and how they work together. And I'm excited. I think it's going to be really cool. It's either going to be really cool, it's going to be absolute freaking chaos. Yeah. It's everybody's gonna be in squirrel mode, and it's gonna be going different directions, and it's going to be absolutely insane to watch us all come together and make something good happen. Uh, Either way, it's gonna be entertaining, and it's gonna be a definitely an educational piece for me to see hands-on in person how other people are looking at and working the game. And how their perspective works in difference from mine, which it always intrigues me because I'm all over the place sometimes, and I'll be honest, there are times when I'm doing something and I change my perspective. You guys see how I play. I'm an absolute nutcase. There's no way that freaking even I can guess what my mind is going to come up with next, because it doesn't know what it's coming up with next. And that's the deal. Ladies and gentlemen, electromagnetic coils. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Blood horns, blood horns. I don't have a celebrate button for sound. I got to get me a celebrate button. Damn it. I need a celebrate sound effect. I'm going to have to get that fixed. But we are making electromagnetic coils, ladies and gentlemen. It has taken us well over a week to build everything out, make sure our supply lines are fully packed and carrying enough goods to make electromagnetic coils. We have rebuilt at least 2 bases, expanded another 2, and built a whole brand new one. Yeah. Yeah, wow, what an accomplishment. Hey, okay, so what do we need? We're going to have to ship the coils off somewhere, but I know we need some for recipes here. Assembler, you need 200 electromagnetic coils. You need 300. Okay, so that's for the assembler. So there's what, 500? Compounder, do you need electromagnetic coils? No, but you do need 400 super magnets. Okay, good to know. So we need to go get 400 super magnets and come put it over here. And then we need 1100 electromagnetic coils. Shit. 2. It's 500 right there. Compounder. No. 500. 500 electromagnetic coils and 400 super magnets. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay. All right. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so it takes 1 every 4 seconds. So this just takes a little while. That's its biggest problem. And we need 500, but let's just take these 3. Because that'll be at least one of the items. Okay, assembler. Right there. Because we're going to need to make these. But I think we're going to have to go make a base for synthetic resin and the accumulators. And I know we don't have... We need to make some pumps. Because I don't think we're making pumps anywhere. So we need 2 more there. And then... 400 there. So it looks like our next big item is the electromagnet. But we need to get some synthetic resin going. Because if I'm not mistaken, synthetic resin is used for lenses. Yeah, see, we need synthetic resin going somewhere. Can we make generators? Where can we make generators? That's a generator? Yeah, there's a generator. And there's a generator. Well, I guess we're... oops. Yeah, synthetic... Yeah, see, lenses need synthetic resin. So we need... Where is synthetic resin made? In the compounder. Okay, so we've got to let this cook in the way that it cooks. I honestly... yeah, inductors. I didn't think inductors. We couldn't do a few more. I was sitting here thinking, could we do at least a couple more of these making the magnets? Because it looks like, I mean, if I look at pressurized helium, we got pressurized helium for days. And when I look at how much wolfram plate we got cruising over here, we've got wolfram plates for days. And when I look at these, aha. We don't have enough chemicals. Super mag chemicals. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got to go shoot some more chemicals over to the super mag chemicals. But something tells me. So I kind of wanted to expand this to get like maybe one or two more put over here, or draw one or two more down this way just a little bit. See if we could squeeze just a little bit more out of this juice. But like I imagined, the chemicals is a problem. Oh, but you know what? I've got another. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Shit. Pick a direction, fool. Okay, we got enough right there. Why was this one looking like it was low? Oh, they're stocking up because they got no chemicals coming in. I have two more manufacturers sitting up top right there that I could drop down here. How dorky would this look? Yeah, they're not going to let me do that. But they might. They might let me do this. Actually, do I haven't even have those plugged in upstairs? Well, they are plugged in. Let's run up there, just make sure that they're actually told to do something. They're being told to do something. You got it in there. You're told to do something. You got it in there. You guys are both doing this. You're doing that. You're dropped down there to join these. Okay, it says you don't need none. All right, which means the chemicals are our problem. But I know where to go. First, we need to go over here and find out why this base over here is not producing the chemicals, because it was producing enough right here. And we're just going to run over there, even though I do have a teleporter over here. Which, to be honest, I probably should take this teleporter out and use the materials from it. Well, either way, I gotta run either way. It doesn't matter. I need my zip lines, please. God, I need the update. Just update it with zip line, please. Just give us a small update, some quality of life, some bug fixes. Yeah, why are we having issues over here? Why are we shut down like we got issues? What in the happy monkey ass has got us shut down? Okay, we got another problem to solve. We are overheated. We is overheated. Okay. We got to solve the overheating problem. Guess I did not realize that we were so overheated. So bad. We definitely got to fix this. Any more resources? I got 50. I don't have enough to put this one in. Okay. Well, that puts us back where it needs to go. Downside. Oh, look at all this. Okay. That's the problem, because it's sitting there overheated, and these guys can't keep up. Chem helium. Super mag chemicals. Super mag chemicals. Okay. This is where we're going to... Oh, I just ran out. Son of a... Why are you moving so slow? Okay, here's what we're going to do. All right, so these filled up. What we're going to do is we're going to take one from there. We're going to take one from there. We have chemicals. One from there. You know what? Now that this is unlocked, I'm going to just bebop myself right back over there with the teleporter. Yeah, we're still not using the amount of chemicals that we need. Wolf from plate base. Okay, well, we'll solve that problem. We'll solve that problem. We'll solve that problem. And we'll solve that problem. And we'll solve all that problem. But we can't solve this problem. Because we're not getting enough sulfuric acid over here quick enough. So that means we got to go back over to our sulfuric acid spot and find out what holdup is over there. This is that deal right here, man. This is that deal. This is the shit where it's like, oh my god, this takes you forever because you have to run around. And me, rather than running around, could just talk to somebody else, be like, hey, where's your shit? Well, we got our shit. And everything over here is shut down. Why do you not have any chemicals coming in? Why are you not having any chemicals come in? Why are all of you not getting any chemicals? Okay, most of you are getting chemicals from the new chem base. So now we got to run over to the new chem. See, this is that shit. This is that stuff that takes you forever. As you try to troubleshoot, why in the hell am I not getting my stuff? Got to run around, make sure somebody's not on their break. No, you are further spaced out. I'll bet you a lot that this chemical base over here is not hanging tough. The new kids on the block are not doing their job over here. I know they're getting enough powder though, so is it just that I'm asking too much of them? I need to put some defense up here for them. Well, most everything looks like it's still turning. I bet we're asking too much of them. Yeah, we've run through everything that we built up. But you don't look like you're working. You don't have any synthetic silicon. Alrighty, well, now we got to go back to the other base, find out why I got no synthetic silicon. That base should have had it for days. We're getting there. Man, kind of frustrating though. I kind of like to be able to figure out where it's at. This is one of those argument points right here where I could see somebody could make the argument that by making stuff in different places can actually make this harder. Because I've got stuff being made in 4 or 5 different locations. And when my end product is running out of stuff, then I've got to go start tracing down at each place that feeds the next place that feeds the next place where my breakdown is. We's breaking down. But I got to go to 6 different places. Well, what, 4, 5 places to find the problem. And that sucks. Ceramics. We have run out of ceramics. Okay. We have run out of wolfram powder. Huh. What base did we completely re-freaking design that had wolfram powder? Wait a minute. Wait a second. Wait. We need ceramics. Ceramics are coming from here. That's wolfram powder. Why do we have wire? Why do we have wire coming here? Why are these labeled wire, and why do I have wire coming to where powder's at? Oh my baby Jesus. We are gonna have to figure out something here. Fingers are on wrong keys. Okay, now let's go find us some wolfram powder. Guess what? Hey, we at least have a freaking place to run over there. Oh, shit. Knocking. The beer be talking. Wolfram base. Why did I have wire come in there? That doesn't even make any sense. Which means that somewhere somebody's not getting wire like they expect to be getting. Okay, what do we got going on? Where are you shipping to? Chem Wolf Powder 1, okay. And where are you shipping? Chem Wolf Powder 2, and you should be shipping to probably 3. Where are you going to 2? Where are you going to? Okay. And where are you going to? Okay. Where are you going to? And are you going anywhere? Okay. How do we solve this problem? Why are you not getting any freaking powder? Where's your powder? Why did you stop at 99 powder? Why are you not getting any? Alrighty, well, you know, when your brain ain't working and it's all just a lot of fun. Okay, so I need to put at least 2. I don't know if I could put. I don't have any. Well, I can't put a dispatcher here. Okay, but that's gonna toast me. I gotta go back and grab some more stuff, and I gotta come over here and figure out where to get some powder sent to do the other piece. Oh, see, why would you ever want to work in logistics? Hmm? That job sucks. Back to the main base because we gotta get some more building material. Open the door. Do that. That. Okay. For now, I don't know why I just ran over here. Again, I don't know why any sane person would want to do this job. Okay, but again, I'm not making any. That's supposed to be going to sulfuric. That's supposed to be going to sulfuric, but you're not making anything. And when I look here, you're not getting the. We still didn't solve the original freaking problem. Which was getting helium sent here in the first place. I could have swore, though, that we did change something to send helium here. But it looks like somebody else is trying to send something here, too. Okay, so we have helium coming here now. Which I can come over here and I can do this. And at least that will get some of it moving a little bit. And if I want, I can probably steal a little off of there to maybe try to get us back up to working condition and get that stuff rolling. And I should have grabbed some helium in my back pocket when I was over there so that I could bring it back over here. Let's go to the Wolfram Plate base. We'll grab some helium in our hands from over here. and bring it back with us. Be nice if when you hovered over this, it kind of told you what that meant. I don't know what that means. Like it's full? Must mean that it's full. That must mean no power. I don't know what that means. Maybe too hot? I was looking at a temperature or a key. When that says that chem helium is full too. Did it fill up? There's no way it filled up already. I bet there's a... I bet you anything. I've got something making chemicals that is going to the chem helium that is not supposed to be going to the chem helium. Still, I bet you somewhere. Because there was some chemicals that popped in there right when we first started. And I need to find them. Free! Dobby is a free elf. Thank you, master. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Couldn't resist. Fudge. Okay, that's going to super chemicals. That's going to super chemicals. There's my freaking problem right there. This is my dirty dog right here. We need to change where you are going, sir. You do not need to be going there. You need to be going... There's only a couple places you need to be going, dude. Let's send you there. That will open up that. And if we send you, you're going super mag, you're going super mag, and you're going over sulfuric acid. No, something ain't right there. No, you need sulfuric acid chemicals, right? Chemical 2. See, this is what I don't like. I don't know where this is. Like, I can't see where on the map that is. Even if I back out of here and I hit map, right? I can turn off everything, but I can't show. I can show orbital lander. I can engine, enemies. I can show habitats or base core, but I can't rename a habitat or a base core. So I can't come down here and I can't rename this to say, you know, what that is. And I can't zoom in and see the names of the receivers I have down here. So I can't say if I'm sending it to the right place or even, where it's at. So somewhere in my stupidity, I've got to figure out where sulfuric acid chem 2 is, and if sulfuric acid chemical 2, does it actually need chemicals? And that's the $1,000,000 question. I know where those are going. I got that down completely. What I don't know is where the rest of it is going. And that's the frustrating part, is not being able to see where any of these go or how they go or where they're at. Okay, so yeah, I mean, but even then, I mean, I have my, yeah, it is, you're right. I have to go in and understand where, like, relabel them in a way that is always like either like the receiver has to have the name of the item that it receives and then the overall product name, maybe. But you're right, it does appear to be a very large mass relabeling issue here, so that I can determine who needs what and where. Because I think, yeah, see, we're still not getting chemicals up here at sulfuric acid. And I should be getting chemicals up here. But literally, like, every ounce of, see, sulfuric acid chem, there's a 1. I should be getting something here. Sulfuric acid chem 2, I should be getting something there as well. And sulfuric acid chem 3. Okay, let's... All right, I'm going to work on that off stream. I'm not going to torture you guys with that. That's just freaking tedium from shit, and it'll suck. I'm going to work on fixing the ins and outs of my distributors and that stuff, because at this point now I'm on a freaking hold because I can't make any sulfuric acid, because I can't get the shit that I need because stuff is not labeled the right way. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 3 hours 5 minutes. We're done with StarRupture. We will be back at the top of the next hour for Mountain 6 Eastern. We are going to be playing 7 Days to Die. Survivalist difficulty level. We'll be back to do that. And then we'll be back tomorrow with hopefully some of this fixed and everything running again. We cross our fingers, cross our toes, hopes and prayers. All that fun stuff like that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for StarRupture. We will be back. Let's just save. I want to see how many hours we've put in this so far. 72 should be about 75, 75, 35, 75, 40, 75, 38. We have put 75 hours and 38 minutes into this build. That is absolutely insane, but we've been playing it pretty much since the day that the game went available on early access. All right, remember, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in 1 hour for 7 Days to Die, Survivalist difficulty. And I can't remember worth a damn what the hell we were doing. So it ought to be entertaining. Wherever you're at, have a good morning, good afternoon to me. I'll be taking a break, and I'll be right back.